people also often ask me when they first get started with email marketing, when do they start the emails? You start emailing when you have one person on your list. They're like, I'm going to spend all that energy for one person. Yes, you are. And you're going to stay consistent. Why? Because you're training yourself in addition to training them, right? You're training yourself to stay consistent. You're also working out some of the kinks because your first emails are probably not going to be the best. So why wait until you have 1,000 people on your list before you start working out those kinks, right? Work out the kinks in the beginning, start emailing, start staying consistent. And it doesn't matter if your list is 1,000 people or 10 people. Keep going and it will build.
Talking with the experts.
Hello and welcome to Talking with the Experts. My name is Rose Davidson from rosedavidson.com, and Talking with the Experts is about all things business by business owners for business owners. And today my guest is Aleya Harris. Yes, it is Harris. Her business name is Flourish Marketing, and we're going to be discussing utilizing email marketing for business. And Aleya is an award-winning marketer and former chief and catering company owner. She is the owner of Flourish Marketing, an agency that provides marketing, education, strategy and tools to help wedding and creative professionals get and keep a consistent stream of clients. Aleya is a story brand certified guide. She uses that narrative-based framework to develop clear, engaging and highly converting marketing assets like email sales funnels and social media solutions for her clients. She is also the current marketing committee chair and Black Caucus chair of NACE and a top speaker at conferences and events like Cater Sauce and The Special Event. Welcome, Aleya, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad to be here, Rose.
Yeah, so running a business has its fair share of uncertainty, especially in an industry that is constantly evolving, which is, well, all of it at the moment, because we're so uncertain about everything. So designing a long-lasting and sustainable company falls on your ability to develop strong relationships and to reach your target market. And so, everyone said that email is dead. So what are your thoughts around that?
I don't know who started that. I would like to have a good talking to with them, though. The first person that like, oh, email's dead, it doesn't work. Because they clearly haven't been trying it, because email is the way that I promote most of my services and is the way I make most of my money. So as a marketing company, we are a service-based business. I don't sell hot sauce or, shirts or candles.
Yeah.
I sell the things that come out of my brain and we write them on paper, me and my team. So if you're a service-based business, it's gold for you because you're constantly being able to resell your services. And if you're saying, well, I don't need email marketing. I get my business through referrals. Well, to me, when you say that, what I hear is I'm putting financial control of my business in somebody else's mouth. And I don't know about you guys out there in the big bad world, but if you've ever tried to control what comes out of somebody else's mouth, it's a tad difficult. Like if you're married or have kids, you get it, right? You can't really always decide what comes out of somebody else's mouth. So instead, you can use email to become your own referral source. And you use it to build relationships, to ask the people that you've already served to refer you to others or to sell additional services to them. And you're always out there positioning yourself as a helpful expert. So email is not dead. In fact, conversion rates and sales rates are high. About 60% of people say that they look forward to getting emails from brands and services that they enjoy. So if you find out who that person is that said that, send them my way.
All right. I don't know who said it, but yeah, I just heard it.
No, I hear it all the time.
Okay, so what are the strategies behind an effective marketing funnel, and how can email marketing ensure that a brand remains top of mind?
Absolutely. So we're going to do like the high level version of this because I could talk for hours. I have a course about email marketing. I could talk for hours and hours and hours about email marketing. That's how much I find it to be a useful marketing tool. So we're going to do the high level version for all y'all that are trying to get started. First of all, it's based on the concept of needing to be of service and needing to be of service to build relationships that become transactional relationships where you are making money. In order to be of service and in order to make money, you need to start by giving away things for free. It's a little counterintuitive. I'm not talking about giving away like the stuff that people pay you for free. I'm talking about giving away the expertise that you have for free, and especially giving it away in a way that solves people's problems. The high level problem, right? You're not all the nitty gritty. So like if I'm doing copywriting, I'm not going to give away someone's website copy to them for free, but I will give away a checklist that tells you the top 10 things that you need to do to make sure that your website copy is on point, right? So that's the difference. You're giving away the how. You're giving away the what, and then you're charging them later for the how. So you might package that juicy advice in something like a lead magnet, which could be a quiz, it could be a guide, it could be a checklist, it could be a video series. And someone says, ooh, that speaks directly to me. I'm going to download that thing. And in order to download it, I'm going to give you my email address. The thing that you want to keep in mind when you're creating that free piece of information is, does it hit on one of their main pain points? And does it hit on one of those pain points early in the buying process? So for example, if you are a wedding planner, you might create a wedding planning checklist. That's like the top 10 things you need to do as soon as you get engaged to make sure that your wedding is a success. You would not want to create a lead magnet that is the top 10 ways to write great thank you notes. Because when they're writing the thank you note, the wedding's already happened. Nobody at the beginning of their planning process is thinking about, ooh, I got to write my thank you notes. Like, no, their brain is not there. You want to get them where their brain is at the beginning so that you have as long as possible to try to nurture that relationship with them via the emails that you will send. So you have this juicy piece of information. Check. Then you need to have a place for them to get it. So you can't just be like throwing it at people on the internet. Like, it's not going to work. It's not like a newspaper route where you're going profile to profile, throwing your lead magnet at them. That's not going to work. You need to use an email service provider like ConvertKit, Flowdesk. If some of you are aware of the older ones like MailChimp and Constant Contact, you would use one of those to create a landing page. And the landing page asks for their first name, their email address, and it gives them that lead magnet. It also helps trigger the emails that you're going to send. The emails that you send automatically after they get that juicy piece of information, it's called a sales sequence. Hence the name sales. That means that you're going to try to make money, but that's not the first thing that you do. The first thing that you do is you give more free stuff away. I know, right? It's like, wait a minute, what? How much more free stuff is she going to ask me to give away? I don't think I want to give anything else away. You're giving away more expertise. You're giving away tips and pointers, and you're dealing with objections of working with you. You're dealing with objections to your product or service. And then you do that over 4-ish emails. And then that 5th-ish email is all about, hey, buy from me. Right? But you've earned the right to ask for the sale. If you ask for the sale beforehand, it's kind of like if you were at a bar and like someone walked up to you and they're cute, right? They're cute. But then they're like, hi, marry me. And you're like, wait, what? And they're not being sarcastic. They're not trying to be cute and funny. They're like, no, I actually, after this, we can head over to Tiffany's. And like, I like your whole vibe. We're doing this thing. You're like, wait, what? You might pepper spray them. You might go to them with them to Tiffany's first. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I might go to Tiffany's first.
You're hilarious.
But you totally would pepper spray them, right?
Absolutely.
It's weird. It's creepy. It's creepy. If you just have someone's email address and you automatically ask for the sale, it's like that creepy person that you met at the bar. Instead, you're going to go out on a few dates, right? Get to know them, have them get to know you, and then you ask for the sale. Don't be creepy. Don't be creepy. Then they might buy from you. They might not. It's fine. Your goal is to be consistent. Then you send them an email once a week, giving them tips, giving them tricks. And then every 5 or so emails, you're like, hey, did you know I have this service that solves that problem? Hey, did you know I have this product that solved that problem? Hey, did you know we're running a promotion that addresses that problem that I know that you have? And you continue to stay top of mind. One of the things about any type of marketing that people need to know is that it's marketing, not magic. If I had the power to wiggle my nose and bring you 50 customers, not only would I do it, but I'd be doing it from my private island because I would be paid a lot of money for doing that. I am not on a private island right now, just in case you were wondering.
Oh, damn. I was hoping you'd fly me over there.
I totally would, Rose. I totally would. Right? But that's not how marketing works. It's about patience and consistency, just like any other relationship. You wouldn't get in a relationship if you never knew when that other person was going to show up, right? You'd be like, am I even in a relationship? Do you know my name? Right? Like, that's not how that works. They show up consistently, they show up and they add value to your life. That's what you do with email marketing. You can't just expect it to be like, boom, I'm going to buy from you immediately. You also don't know where that other person is in life. I've had people on my email list for 2 years before I even heard anything from them, before they bought anything. And then all of a sudden I'm selling a $2,000 product and they're like, I'll buy that. And I'm like, who are you? And they're like, oh, are you kidding me? I know everything about you. I've been reading every email that you've sent for the past 2 years. I just wasn't ready yet. And you have no idea to determine who's ready. So what do? You keep emailing. You email, you stay helpful, and you keep serving. And that's the basis of email marketing. It's not how can I send and make this cute newsletter. It's how do I serve my customers the best way I know how.
Okay. So what about those people who are just starting out and don't have an email list at all? How would they go about actually getting an email list started?
Just like what I said, you would start with that lead magnet. But the problem that a lot of people do is they take that lead magnet and then they put it on their website and they just look around and hope that someone's going to find them. Like, I don't know what it is about when you build your website and you're so proud of it. And it's like, oh, it's launched. It's on the World Wide Web. Everyone's going to come and flock to it. And it's like, no, that is not how the internet works. So you're going to need to promote that lead magnet somehow. Now, the fastest way to do it is to run some ads to it. Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, run ads to your lead magnet and get people on your email list. If you don't have money, which a lot of people don't when they're first starting out, you get creative. You do email swaps with other people. You do lead magnet swaps with people that have like businesses, complementary services in your area or in your industry. You also can leverage the power of PR. So let's say that you write a guest blog post for a publication that your ideal customer reads a lot, right? In that publication, they write your blog post and they have your link to your website. Well, they click on the link. The first thing that they should see on your website, well, besides what you do and how to buy from you, one of the first things they should see is download the guide, right? Maybe it's even a pop-up, download the guide. So you're driving traffic back to your website so that you actually can be on the map. It's so sad when people are like, my website doesn't work. And if I look at their website and it looks good, it tells a good story, which is rare. I'm just going to be honest. Most websites are crap. But if I look at the website and I like it and it's telling a good story, and they're like, it doesn't work. And I was like, no, you're just not working it. You have to drive traffic to your website. You have to drive traffic to your lead magnet. People also often ask me when they first get started with email marketing, when do they start the emails? You start emailing when you have one person on your list. They're like, I'm going to spend all that energy for one person. Yes, you are. And you're going to stay consistent. Why? Because you're training yourself in addition to training them, right? You're training yourself to stay consistent. You're also working out some of the kinks because your first emails are probably not going to be the best. So why wait until you have 1,000 people on your list before you start working out those kinks, right? Work out the kinks in the beginning, start emailing, start staying consistent. And it doesn't matter if your list is 1,000 people or 10 people. Keep going and it will build. Also, don't get list shame. There are people out there, they usually are all big in their britches. They're like, yeah, I got a list of 10,000 people. And you start feeling like, ooh, your list is 10,000. My list is 100. Yeah, but who's on their list? Is it people that haven't opened up their emails in 6 months? Have they ever cleaned out their list, which you should do every 90 days? Is it their ideal customer? Did they buy those emails, which is horrible? Don't ever buy an email list. So they might have 10,000 people, but is it a valuable list? You might be able to make more money from your 100-person list if it's concentrated and it's your ideal customer and they're ready to buy from you than someone with a 10,000-person list that's a bunch of fluff and random people. So don't let the list number dictate your confidence and your ability to sell and build relationships with your list.
Okay, so there are obviously people out there that are a lot like me who don't like to write blogs or, all that sort of stuff. What would you advise in that way as far as, keeping consistent?
First of all, your emails do not need to be long. I was just reading something that made me be like, oh my gosh, I need to shorten my emails. They said that the emails that have the most success are 200 words or less. 200 words or less. And it's like, wait, you say 200 words before you even usually get to your main point, right? People don't necessarily want to read super long emails. So take that out of your mind that you need to sit down at your computer and write War and Peace. That's not what you're doing. You're saying, hey, I know you have this problem. I know it makes you feel pretty crappy. Here's some tips, like 1, 2, 3 bullet points. If you need some help, click here to schedule a call. Love you, bye. That's it. Okay. Doesn't have to be complicated. To stay consistent, I do recommend that you batch create your content in advance. Meaning if you're gonna write all 4 emails you're gonna send that month at once. And then put them in your email service provider and have it automatically they'll just go out. And the best way to do it is every Wednesday at 8 a.m. I know I'm going to get an email from Rose, right? Consistency that you show up. Also, as your list grows, you want to stay consistent, but then you need to start honing in your message because most likely you're going to start, especially if you're a service-based business, you're going to have people that have already bought from you, people that have been on your list for a long time, people that are brand new. So start segmenting your list so that your messages can hone in. The more personal the email, the better open rates, the better conversion rates, and the more money you will make from your email list.
Okay, so there, in some of the things, you've got groups where, you can separate from your, your total list, and then you've got segments within those groups. So how do you go about doing that? Why, and what's the point of it?
So segmenting your list, the point of it is to make people feel like you're talking directly to them. Often, when we see oh, I have 500 people on my list, I'm going to talk to the masses, but they don't know you have 500 people on your list. All they get is their one email. So if you end up with a list of people that are in different stages of their buyer's journey, or people that have different problems, especially if you have multiple different services, multiple different sections of your business. You want to have those people in different segments. And I'm not talking about whittling down to the nitty gritty, just the major segments based on either buyer's journey stage or the problem that you're solving, so that when they get that email and you say something like, oh, congratulations on getting engaged, because you're just, this is for a wedding planner. Congratulations on getting engaged. Here are my very favorite stories from when people have gotten engaged and my clients have come to me. Well, if someone gets that email and they've already gotten married, it's awkward, right? So you need to have another segment of people that you've already married and you're like, congratulations on your wedding. Here are my top 3 tips for people to do right after they get married, because I know I planned your wedding, but now we are, in communication in a different way. And I can help you with those next stages, with the ultimate goal to be like to plan their anniversary, to plan their baby shower, to plan their cousin's wedding, right? That's why, because you're able to get more business, the more personalized you make your message.
Oh, that makes heaps of sense. So any last wise words for anyone who hasn't started their email marketing, or perhaps they have already got an email marketing system in place, but it's not working as well as they'd like?
Don't let email intimidate you. That's one of the things that I get a lot, is people are like, I want to start it, but I don't have the time, and it's so scary, and there's so many parts. There's not a lot of parts. You just need to get started. If you don't get started, or you don't fix some of the problems, what you're doing is actually leaving money on the table. I have an email list that is strong and cultivated. I know when I email someone out or email out to my list, my conversion rate, how much money I'm going to make. If I email promo within a certain dollar amount, I'm like, okay, that'll be a 10% conversion rate. I can plan my promotions and my cash flow based on my email list. If you're waiting still for someone's cousin to talk about you and tell their cousin how great you are, that's not the way to run a business. That means that you are making money from a hobby and you haven't gotten as serious about running your business as you need to. Take control back of your financial future, the legacy that you're trying to leave behind, by using email marketing to not only become your own referral source, but also to future-proof your business against a lot of other issues that might come on down the road. It's not just the pandemic, right? Because say that you were in an industry that was totally decimated, like the wedding catering and events industry, and you wanted to start another service that was related. Say all of a sudden you wanted to become a life coach. Well, guess who you could email? All those people that you had on your email list. And you're like, hey guys, I'm also doing wedding planning, but as you know, I can't plan weddings right now, but there's a lot of people that sure could just use some help figuring life out. I just became a certified life coach. Come talk to me. And migrate those people on over. You already have an audience. Or let's say that you started some type of service-based thing, like a wedding box or bridal box or something for people. You have a ready-made audience to sell your pivot to. So just get started. There are no egregious mistakes that you're most likely going to make. You're going to be fine, but you need to start building it to have a revenue driving asset for your business.
Oh, wonderful advice. Thank you so much, Aleya. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you today. I've learnt a lot, which I will now use in my email marketing.
I'm glad. Let me know if you have any questions.
I will do. I'll put you on speed dial.
Okay, please do. Please do.
All right. Thank you for your time, and we'll chat later on in the year. Thanks so much, Aleya.
Thank you. Bye for now.